Hi everybody, this is Sonia. Welcome back to my channel. Today is Saturday evening, and I just wanted to come on to give another life update on what's been going on with me. It's been probably 2 weeks since, maybe 3, I'm not sure, since I did my first life update video about my parents. So I wanted to come back on, and first off, I wanted to thank everybody so much for your kind well wishes, prayers, the good vibes you were sending. I appreciated it. My parents appreciated it so much, and I do believe in prayer. And I do believe that all of the amazing outpouring of love and support for my parents has really helped. I also want to say that I plan to have a video out next week, and I am so excited about that. But first off, let me go ahead and tell you how my parents are doing. My dad, as a recap, my dad collapsed and was taken to the hospital by ambulance, and they found out that he was dehydrated and that he was losing blood. And they put a camera down his throat in the hospital, but everything in the stomach area was okay. There was no bleeding. So he stayed in there for a while. They gave him blood. They got his dehydration under control and all of that, got him walking and everything, and then he came home. They gave him pills that would stop the bleeding, and they have. He only has enough to get through to his appointment, where he will be having a colonoscopy, so that they can see from that end where the bleeding is. And then while they're there, they can go ahead and fix that problem if it can be fixed. So he is about 90% better. He's walking around. He makes his own lunches. He's pretty much back to normal, I would say. So he came home on a Thursday. Well, early Monday morning, my mom collapses. And I had told you guys that that I felt that she was dehydrated and she wasn't eating a lot. I was having a hard time, and I was telling her, you got to eat, you got to drink, I'm going to take you to the hospital. You're going to end up in the hospital. Okay, that Monday, early morning, she collapses. So she goes into the hospital by ambulance. She's dehydrated. She's anemic, and she was anemic before she went in. She was on iron for that, but her eating did not help that. It made it worse. And her blood platelets were low, and so they were dealing with that. They gave her blood as well, and so she stayed in the hospital till they got all of that taken care of. But she was so weak from not eating that they had to rehab her. So they sent her over to a rehab center so she could start walking. She then developed pneumonia over there. So she was on medication. but she still was not eating. She did not want to eat. So we were getting to the point that, well, she's going to have, force feeding of some kind just to get nourishment into her until she decides to eat. Well, a few days ago, the rehab center calls and tells me that they were sending my mom back over to the hospital because they noticed that she was breathing heavy. She had heavy breathing. And so a doctor from over there called and said they had noticed in x-rays that there were some cardiac concerns going on with her. And as all of you that have followed me know, in 2019, she had a triple bypass. She had had heart attacks. But this is the first sign since then. Everything has been good. And they found a blood clot in the lung, and her aorta was open. And so they have her on oxygen, and we are now waiting for a day that should be very, very soon for her to have the operation to close or whatever they're going to do to that aorta to make it right. It didn't rupture, it didn't do anything, it's just open. And they have started her on blood thinner for the blood clot. So that's where my mom is at. She's in good spirits, she's sitting up, she's talking. She asked me today to bring her some word find books and her books that she likes to read. She likes to color, so we got all that stuff up there to her, and she's eating. So I think we found out what the problem was all along. I think it was her heart, or what that problem was. Because now that they're addressing that area, she seems to be so much more improved. So that is where we're at there. And in the meantime, during all of this stuff that's going on, I have been crafting. As you guys know before, I have said, during stressful times, there is nothing better than crafting. It takes your mind into a different place. That nervous energy that you have can work it out through cross stitch, through crochet. And so that's what I have been doing. And I have a lot of crochet to show. I'm just waiting for some fiber fill to come in so I have a lot of stuff to stuff. And I have been working on cross stitch like crazy, so I've got a lot of progress to show. So be watching for those videos, and I believe I will be able to do them, not tomorrow Sunday, but the next Sunday I will be able to start putting my videos out. So that's where we're at, and I am just crafting. All of that has got me through this situation once again. So if you're going through difficult times, I highly recommend to go to your crafting, go to what you like to work on, whatever makes you happy, go to your happy place. And it does bring stress relief, it really does. And I also want to ask for your continued prayers, thoughts, well wishes for my mom and my dad as he, tries to find out where the bleeding is at. And I would much appreciate that. I know that it worked with my dad, and I know the same will be true with my mom. And I would also ask that if you could continue to watch my videos. You don't have to watch them, just turn them on to to autoplay and just let them play. And, you know, you can go do something else. It would help keep me up, you know, on YouTube. And I would really, really appreciate that if you could all do that for me until I'm back on the next Sunday. So anyway, I guess that is all for now. I just wanted to come on and give you an update of what has been going on in my world. My dad, like I said, is doing great now. My mom has this little hiccup going on, but I really believe that once they get in there and do what they need to do to that aorta, that, you know, she will be okay. That was the problem. And they've already got her on blood thinner, dissolving the blood clot. So anyway, thank you so much for all your continued support. Please continue to stick with me. I promise I'm going to be back and get my videos going on a consistent timeline. So until next time, everybody, please take care, stay safe, and I will see you on the next video.